my name is Angel and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions and implementing new habits. Now, if you're anything like me, you love planning and organizing, and even though I love that stuff, I was always so confused on why I haven't been able to actually start and take action on achieving the goals that I had planned. But after reflecting this past year of 2024, I have come to the realization that my plans weren't actually plans. They were more like goals or like a destination. And so I never really thought about the steps that it takes in the process and the journey I would have to go on in order to actually reach that goal and get to that destination. This is what led me to sit down with myself and create an actual plan to follow in this new year 2025. Now, before I got into like my in-depth planning, I actually started by writing down 10 goals for the new year. So it was winter solstice on the 21st, and there's this practice where you write down 10, and sometimes people will write down 13 goals. I wrote down 10, but the intention is that every night leading up to the 31st of December, you burn a piece of your paper. So I've been doing that. I wrote down 10 goals. So basically what you do is you write down your 10 goals onto different sets of pieces of paper, and every night you burn one. Don't look at which one you're choosing. I keep it in here to like shake it around and then close my eyes and pick one. But you pick one and then you burn it. And then the last one that you have left on like the 31st, you don't burn it, you keep it and you open it. This is the one that you're in charge of doing in the new year. So I started with that. And one of the goals that I wrote down on the pieces of paper was focusing on my finances. And that led me to create a budget sheet, like a Google sheet, a budget template with my finances for the next year. And I'll insert what that looks like right now. But yeah, this is the thing I'm going to be using for the new year. Creating this then inspired me to write down more goals. So I actually was inspired by watching this bullet journal video by, I forgot her name right now, but I'll insert her like video or like her YouTube channel that I watched in the description box below. But she was creating her New Year's 52 side quests. That was really cute. So 52 things that you want to do in the new year. And so that inspired me to write down my own 52 goals. And with that, I broke them into categories. And so my categories ended up being like general, health and fitness, finances, travel, creativity, relationships, enrichment, and then like a level up section. And this like section or category is like goals that I know if I was able to accomplish would have a big impact on my life and the way that I live. After writing, like putting my goals, my 52 goals into their sections, I then began to think about my new year and splitting it up into seasons. So for me, I did it from winter solstice to the spring equinox is the first quarter, and then spring equinox to the summer solstice, second quarter, summer solstice to the fall or autumn equinox is third quarter, and then from the fall back to the winter solstice is fourth quarter. So that's how I split up my year. For me, that kind of helps me kind of like go with the flow of the seasons, because I am impacted by like my environment and nature and what the weather is like outside, especially being in the Midwest. Like right now it's winter. It's like 40 degrees outside in winter, which is concerning, but like right now it's winter, so it gets dark earlier, it snows, it's more cold, so that really just affects the way that I live. Within those months, I actually chose 3 goals that I wanted to focus on in those months. 3 to 4 goals that I wanted to focus on in those months. And so this really motivated me to actually start today, like start now, going after my goals. And so I'll talk a little bit more and share a little bit of those goals that I wrote down for myself towards later on in the video, so that you can like see examples and see how I started taking action and like doing my plan for the new year. So after writing down my 52 goals, categorizing them, and then looking at the quarters of the year and those months, and then putting in like 3 or 4 goals in each month, I then created a daily habit chart in Google Sheets that includes my morning and night routines, as well as weekly and monthly things that I want to make sure I do. I know for myself that visually seeing something and seeing my progress is going to motivate me to keep trying and to keep going. And I know it looks so satisfying to see everything checked off one day and like my progress. So I really like doing that. So for me, this is like a system that I am putting in place, implementing in the new year to help kind of hold me accountable and also just help me make sure that I am remembering and focusing on the things that I want to achieve for myself. Now I know this seems like a lot, and it is, and you absolutely don't have to do like what I did, like the steps that I did. But for me, this was a process that allowed me to connect with myself and actually envision my future self, which allowed me to plan specifics and believe that I can and will achieve my goals.
Now, in this portion of the video, I'm going to share some of the goals that I have for this new year. The first one is to be more active. Now, you'll see that I am getting ready to go on a walk, and I love walking and I walk everywhere. But in the winter, it is really hard for me to get outside, especially because I don't enjoy being cold. But on the day that I was recording this, the weather was like 40 degrees, and it was a perfect opportunity for me to actually step outside and walk to a coffee shop. Going to a coffee shop is another goal of mine, and is something that I have been wanting to do for the last few months of 2024 actually. But every time I thought about going, I started to overthink, which then led me to feel anxious and then just made me stay home. But we're nipping that in the bud and tackling that goal first. Another goal I have is to go on a solo date at least once a month. I want to do this to create time for myself with the intention of having a fun and focused few hours doing something that I love and enjoy. Another main goal for this whole year and for my forever future is to be more creative. I plan to accomplish this by painting more. I love painting. It's something that I've done since I was a child and is something that I want to connect more with this year. Also, I plan to accomplish this by making YouTube videos. Making videos is something I think about doing every year, yet I never do it. But this year, I'm giving myself permission to try and to actually do it. I also have the goal of writing a letter to myself. I want to do this, 1, so that I can put it in a new journal that I'm going to be setting up soon, and 2, so that I can reflect on this year and see how far I've come at the end of 2025. And the last goal I have is to read at least 12 books this year. I am almost done with this book, Mexican Gothic, and I hope to finish this book, Women Who Run with the Wolves, by the end of January. Now again, those are just some of the goals that I have for this upcoming year. For me, this year isn't about perfection. It is about progress and giving myself permission to try and to take action towards the things I wish to achieve in my life.
Hopefully this video has inspired you to reflect and give yourself permission to take action towards the goals that you have in a way that works best for you. Let me know if you have any questions by leaving a comment below. I wish you the best and Happy New Year. Bye.